Let's work together to inspire communities of song that sing together for the joy of doing it and to the glory of God. The organist as singer. I am not going to sing for you today, but I want you to know that I sing every time I am rehearsing congregational song. It's important that we behave as singers. It's the way that we can help our congregations best by how we play, if we behave as the singers that we're asking them to be. And if, like me, you don't have a great voice, that's even better, because most of your congregation is not confident in their own voice. I am convinced that most of them want to sing. They want to make the joyful noise that is called for in Scripture, but they're intimidated by it. Like you, like I, am intimidated by singing in public. But singing in a group, there's nothing like it. So I sing when I practice. I'm not going to show you that now, but I'm going to give you some things to think about so that perhaps you'll sing while you practice, and even when you're playing with your fellow musicians, your congregation that surrounds you. Thinking like singers means remembering to breathe. The organ was once called the monster that never breathes by a famous composer. So we don't have to breathe as organists, but we have to breathe as leaders of congregational singing. We have to. And then on top of that, I would hope that your singers over time, like my singers in my congregation, will get better at appreciating the poetry that they sing. And in this case, when we're talking about breathing, I mean the punctuation that they sing. There was a favorite hymn of mine that's not in hymnals anymore, but I loved it because of where people tended to take a breath. I thought it was the most hilarious thing. The text included this, and I'll say it the way they sang it when they weren't thinking about punctuation. Thousands on thousands stand around thy throne, O Lord Most High. Isn't that a wonderful illustration of worship? Thousands on thousands stand around. If we sang the poetry correctly, of course, we wouldn't pause there. Thousands on thousands stand around thy throne, comma, O Lord Most High. So I can't find any ridiculous examples like that in the current hymnal that I'm using, the St. John's Abbey Community Hymnal. But here is one that is pretty well known, and we don't sing it very well as poetry as a general rule. So maybe the next time you play it, you can encourage your congregation to sing it more sensitively. Come, thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. So far, great. The music pauses when we think that the punctuation should allow us to pause. Streams of mercy never ceasing call for songs of loudest praise. Again, makes sense. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues above. There's a comma in this hymnal after sonnet, but I wouldn't pause there musically. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues above. But here in this next phrase is where I think we should really pay attention to punctuation. Praise the mount! Exclamation point. Huge pause. Joyous pause. So when we play it, can we play, praise the mount, I'm fixed upon it, mount of God's unchanging love. I love that moment when there is an exclamation point. Going on, here I find my greatest treasure, hither by thy help I've come. There isn't a comma until help. So perhaps we should play it that way. And I hope, comma, by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Can we play it that way? Jesus sought me when a stranger wandering from the fold of God. No pauses. He, to rescue me from danger, interposed his precious blood. And the final stanza, I find to be so compelling when you look at punctuation. Oh, comma, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be! Exclamation point. Let thy goodness, comma, like a fetter, comma, bind my wandering heart to thee, colon. Prone to wander, comma, Lord, I feel it, comma. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, comma. Oh, take and seal it, comma. Seal it for thy courts above. Can we play the poetry as well as the notes? The organist as singer.